Hi, it is day 7, so it's officially been 1 week since I had my top extractions and immediate dentures put in. Um, so I just want to give everybody a little update. Um, I'm feeling really great. No issues with um, sleeping, breathing. Still a little discomfort, but no pain. I did take them out and clean them. I've been doing that twice a day, and I'm still really just on semi-liquids, like mashed potatoes, chicken broth, Jello, Ensures. That's really all I've had. The same. I'm getting sick of the same. I not taking any pain medicine, no Tylenol, anything like that. I do have one spot where I had stitches on the very back. It's still pretty tender, like a raw feeling, and my cheek. I don't know if you can still tell. Right here is still super swollen, and I can feel it. Like it feels like a fat cheek. I don't know what's going on with that, but all this swelling has gone down. Still bruised, but it's not tender like it was yesterday or the last couple of days. Still drinking lots of water, using a lot of chapstick. I don't know if it's just me or if it's a denture thing. It's kind of like a conflicting, ironic thing. I'm like, I feel like I'm dehydrated. I'm constantly wanting water. My lips are chapped. I'm a picker, which is a horrible thing, but so my lips are always chapped. I'm always thirsty, but I also have so much saliva and so much drainage. So I don't know what that's about, but I feel like I'm drinking, blowing my nose, drinking, blowing my nose. And then the cough. I've still got the cough. So that's another reason I always have the water with me. I really, really am so hungry. I just want to try food, but I'm also scared to chew. So I kind of like, I don't even know if it's real or if it's psychological. I'm like pretend chewing just to kind of see. Definitely is the weirdest sensation. The feeling is like I'm scared. I mean, their teeth, and obviously people get immediates and they eat whatever. But to me, it feels like if I bite into anything, when my dentures touch my real teeth in the chewing, I feel like I'm going to break them, or I'm going to break my real teeth and then have to start with the bottoms. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, eventually I have to eat food. I'm going to have to do it. I just keep talking myself out of it. Like, let's just go another day with, the soft liquid stuff, or, depending on what I'm fixing for dinner for my family, I'll be like, maybe I'll just try a bite. And then I don't. So, um, that's my goal. Push myself to at least try something. Obviously, nothing that's going to hurt me or the dentures. And like I said, this was before the extractions, when I had some teeth. This was my dominant side to chew on, because this side had a tooth that was rotted up in the gum, and then I had a molar missing. So that was always a sensitive spot, and food would get caught there, and I just avoided it. So now that's another issue, is I have to retrain myself to chew, I guess, properly. And I've seen a lot of people with the denture videos, because I'm still in the no adhesive phase, about learning to chew on both sides so that you don't get the rocking. If I only chew on this side, then it's going to pop off over here. So that's another thing. When I tried to practice chewing with some Jello I had, and I automatically, as soon as I put it in my mouth, I wanted to put it on this side. Just because that's the way I had chewed for so long. I mean, years. And I think it's going to be one of the hardest habits to break is, and I know everybody has a dominant side anyway. And I noticed, like, I can only wink on this side. And when I smile, this side doesn't go up as much as this side, even before the dentures. So I don't know if that's like a neurological thing or if it's like a muscle thing because I use this side more. This is, I don't know, this really isn't a denture thing, but I call this my resting side because that's the habit. Whenever I am like slouching, this is like the side that I rest, and this is my left side. This is the side I use. So I don't know if that's a neurological thing, a personality thing, or if it started because of my teeth, the condition, and how I had trained to chew and things like that, and that just became my dominant side. I don't know. It's like the weirdest, like little things that you didn't know about yourself, and then when you get the teeth extractions and you go through the trauma and the pain and the change, and you figure out little things that you didn't even realize you did, like habits, and I don't know. And like I still have some swelling, and I was going back through old pictures. Another thing with the habit or whatever, the old pictures, obviously I never smiled showing my teeth, so I would always kind of do a thing and raise my eyebrows because, then it makes everything look tighter. And I always noticed that my bottom lip, I always kind of like forced my chin up, like to use my bottom lip as a cover to make sure nothing showed. So now I've noticed I even do that with the dentures, but it's harder because they're still swollen and they're so much bigger and they're all there. There's no gaps, or I had the eye teeth that were way up and protruding. So I don't know. It's just so many things that are different. Some good, some bad. Still adjusting. I do still have some tender spots. And that's another thing that's holding me on the chewing thing, because unfortunately where I had to have I'm calling it the big extraction because that's the one that was the most traumatic, painful, and is still healing. And I had to have stitches there. That was my dominant two teeth to chew. And that's very raw still. And it still has sutures. I said I'm 1 week out. So, with that habit, that's what worries me, is if I do take a bite to chew, I don't want to cause any more trauma. I don't want to go backwards. I'm trying to move forward. So which do I do? Do I push forward and give it a try and start practicing, or do I give myself more time to heal? Like I said, I watch a lot of YouTubes. I'm in the Facebook group. Different people say like even like 14 to 18 days they're still on liquids, which, I mean, I'm not going to starve to death, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to. How do I go forward with the chewing? Do I just do it? Do I wait? Do I ask the dentist if I'm ready? Like maybe have him look at the incision and see. And that's another thing with I'm still only taking them out in the morning, like to clean them and then brush my bottom teeth, my tongue and all that. Do the saltwater rinses and then put them back in. I'm not using any adhesive. I haven't used like the Benzodent. I know everybody swears by that, and that's great and wonderful, and I totally would use it, but everything I've read says if your incisions are still open, or if you still have like open sockets, not to use it. So I haven't, which I only have 2 places that I would use it, which is back here and then the little flap. But if I start eating real food and it gets in between the denture and my gum, I can't brush it out. I mean, there's holes in my gum where there were teeth. So, and I don't know how much salt water. I mean, when I say I swish and spit, I'm like, still pretty gentle with myself. I'm not like full on, having a water park in my mouth. I'm trying to just hold it in there and let the salt absorb and spit it out. So if I got like bread or a noodle or whatever soft food I choose, if it gets in between the denture and the gum, That's another one of my fears, my nightmare, is how am I going to get that out of there? But like I said, no adhesive or anything, so I do still have pretty good suction. Every now and then, like, if I take too big a drink of something and I kind of have to stop myself before I can swallow, or if I start coughing, I can feel them come loose, and I'm kind of like, get it back in there. But for the most part, they're not like floating around in my mouth or anything. I haven't had any issues with them coming out. I still have the lisp. That's a whole nother thing. I'm still doing the, reading out loud, talking out a lot, singing. I homeschool my daughter, so, reading her instructions, the reading out loud. You read to me, I read to you. We've been doing a lot of that. That's the printer. I'm in here in the class office. So I don't know. I guess that's my biggest issue still is, the lisp thing. I don't know. I always felt like people were staring at me when I talk, so I'm more of an observer, listener, not a talker. But then when I do talk, I feel like I ramble on for 6 years. And I always felt like people were watching my mouth, not my eyes before. So now that I have these, it's like, it's better, but I never want my mouth to be the focal point, whether it's jacked up, rotting, missing teeth, or whether it's the dentures and they're just curious because it's all new. Which that's me. That's pretty sure that's not other people. It's just me in my head, but I still think about it, whichever way it is. So, I don't know. A lot of little things. I'm sure I'll think of other things and I'll try to update everybody. I just wanted to do this one. I thought it was going to be a quick video, but apparently not. So, goals is learning to chew and have real food, at least at least not liquid. Working on the lisp, and then just finishing up healing, hoping everything just goes forward. I tell my husband every day, I don't want to go backwards. Like, I want to do what I'm supposed to do as much as I can by the book so that we don't go backwards. I don't want to get an infection. I don't want to get a dry socket. I don't want to lose my bottom teeth. I'm still taking care of my bottom teeth the best I can, and, my whole mouth in general. Just moving forward. That's the goal. And the lisp. Did I already say that? I probably say the lisp thing a lot because it aggravates me. So that's where I'm at. Day 7, 1 week. And, I'll keep everybody posted. I don't know if I'll do it in a day or two or if I'll wait another week. That's what I've been trying to look on YouTube is like, 1 day post extraction with immediate dentures, 2 days, the first 48 hours, 1 week. And it does kind of hop around. And I don't know where everybody's been because most of the ones I find on YouTube are like 5, 6, 10, 12-year-old videos. Like, in the last 6 years, has nobody got on there and done it, or they just figure there's so many of them on there now they don't have to. So, I'd like to know where they went. Like, how are they 2 years post extraction and denture? But I'll let everybody know sometime within a week or so. Got a lot of other things going on. So I'm trying to find time to do these and educate myself. Like I said, I watch the videos and stuff every day. I'm like, got to find out, how do I do this? Where do I go to figure out, Googling what's the best soft foods to start with when getting dentures? How many days post-op are you probably not going to get a dry socket? What's the timeline for when you can use adhesive? What's the timeline for your gums to be healed? Which I know everybody's different. I'm not that naive, but just in general. So anybody else out there that's going through this, comment. Definitely let me know. Everybody's story is different and every answer helps. educates, give somebody else confidence, or post your own video. Do it. I mean, like I said, there's very few that are newer than like 2, 3 years ago. The ones I'm finding, or it's like they're 7 or 8 years out, and now all their content is completely different, which is fine. I mean, I have stuff on my YouTube that's 15 years old that has nothing to do with this, and people are probably like, why is she even posting these on this type of YouTube? But anyway, that's where it's at. Day 7. I'll let you guys go. I'm done rambling for now. Bye.